Hi everyone, Summer here with AstariaSen, and it has been a minute and since I have done readings on my channel, and I thought that the first harvest is just past Lammas, and what better way than to celebrate with like a harvest of my own, harvesting some energy. And I thought I would do a couple August readings for you guys. Now I'm going to do it a little bit different. I have 3 piles here. This one is the relationship pile. This one is finances, and this one is just August. So let's keep that in mind as you guys pick your piles. You can feel free to watch all 3 piles if you'd like, but if you're really looking for some relationship advice for August, go ahead and pick pile 1. If you're looking for some financial advice for August, go ahead and pick pile 2. And if you're just looking for some general August, ideas what's going to happen, pick pile 3. Go with the one that is calling to you the most, and I hope it will resonate with you. Let's get started. All right, people who chose number 1, the relationship card reading, we're going to be using the Crystal Visions Tarot because the Crystal Visions Tarot is really good with relationships. We will also be using a single card from the Forest Creatures Tarot, which is a very fey energy, as well as some oracle cards. Okay, so let's set the oracle cards aside. We're going to go ahead and set this single card from the Forest Creatures aside, and we're going to flip these over and take a look at what we got. All right. I also do an underlying energy for the reading, which happens to be Temperance. Isn't that a beautiful card? So your underlying energy is maintaining a balance and maybe combining forces. So keep that in mind during the reading, that a balance and combination is going to be important for August, okay? So let's go ahead and start with the first card, which is the Two of Pentacles. And again, we're working with that balanced energy, underlying energy, and that's the first card that we got was the Two of Pentacles. She is evenly balancing the pentacles, and she's also on her tiptoes. But pentacles are also a very physical card. And so keep in mind that physical also represents earth, and these trees, they're rooted. So your relationship is rooted, and it doesn't matter if this is a relationship with a significant other or a family member or even yourself. Those roots are significant because these trees have grown quite big. So this is probably a relationship that you've been in for a while. It's not a new relationship that this reading is about. Also, the thing about the Two of Pentacles is there's choices involved when you're working with the 2 energy, which means that there's a possibility that something can come up this month where a choice might need to be made. And when I'm looking down through these other cards, I'm seeing, like here with the 4 of Swords, that there's probably been an argument or 2 or something like that that's really caused some pain that there needs to be some recuperation from, okay? So keep that in mind with that card going with the first one. These decisions, they're never easy when it comes to people that you love and care about. The King of Pentacles is a very reliable card, a very sturdy card. The person that's in your life is more than likely a very reliable person. Someone who has, gotten their stuff together, did what they were supposed to do. It's probably even really kind and loving. So despite something coming up that causes this fight, doesn't mean that they're not kind and loving. And you've been keeping a balance so far in this relationship. You've been balancing it out, working it out and stuff like that. But keep this argumentative energy in mind as we go. And here's the Strength card, which is another major arcana with, Temperance being the underlying major arcana energy. And strength is all about the ability within yourself to have strength. It's not necessarily a physical ability. It's a heart ability, a mental ability, a willpower ability. It's the idea that we can persevere through something if it's just for now. So something's going to come up this month that's going to cause maybe some strife in your relationship. It might cause a little bit of conflict that you're just going to have to resolve. And that's going to bring in probably this energy right here, which is the 10 of Swords. And I know that this seems like a bleak card, but remember that 10s are an ending, which means something is beginning. That doesn't mean a relationship is ending. It could be the fight that's ending. It could be something that you guys have been struggling with for a long time could be finally coming to an end. But an end has to happen for new growth to come in. And you can see in here all the mist at the forefront, right? But back beyond the mist, you're starting to see a clearing. It's starting to become clearer that you're going to make a decision. This rest is going to come before the decision that you make. And you're going to make that final decision. And maybe both of you will make that decision. And it's going to be a change. It's going to be a change that you both need for the relationship and for yourselves. So bear that in mind as well, okay? Now we're going to move on over to our oracle cards, okay? Let's start with the first oracle card. Now this oracle card is from the Sacred Forest Oracle, which is a new oracle deck that I recently got. Look at this card, Spirit Guardian of Summer. It's about expansion. Look at all of that growth, all of the fruit on the tree, the little bird hanging out right there. That is just beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and take a look and see what this card means in the book, because oracle is best read in the book. I know some people don't read through the book, but I don't mind. I don't mind, especially with oracle, because, you know, every artist is different when it comes to oracles, right? So this one right here is going to be number 37. Sweet. Okay, 37. Here we go. Spirit of Guardian Summer Expansion. It's about vitality, health, success, abundance, healing, and passion, and expanding your life. So all of this is like expanding out. So your relationship even is going to be expanding out in new ways that you might not have thought of before, which is where that, see this energy right here, where this ending energy comes in, right? Work hard, play hard, and hard labor pays off. So those arguments, those fights, don't be a martyr, okay? Don't be a victim of what has happened. Instead, make compromises, make those things happen. So don't hold it back. You know, this card is all about not holding back. You want to take positive steps in the directions that you want to go, especially with relationships. And your hard work is going to pay off regarding that relationship. And no matter what your decision ends up being about the conflict that comes up for August 2021, okay? So once that happens, make sure you enjoy those fruits just as much as you've had to strive through the conflict that's coming. And I don't necessarily mean that that conflict's going to be a huge, giant thing that's going to tear your relationship apart, but that also doesn't mean it won't. Just keep in mind that having a balance, this underlying temperance energy, is going to be a very important part, especially mentally for you. All right, the next card is going to be from the Pixiekins Oracle deck by Paulina Cassidy. And this is an inspiration card. It's just a little card that gives you a little pick-me-up. And it says, savor all the moments you can't put into words, because those moments are so precious in any relationship that we have, whether it is a child, whether it is a mother, whether it is a significant other, or whether it is ourselves. These moments are going to be so important to you later on and throughout the month. So keep those close to your heart, okay? Now, the last card is a gratitude card. What can you be grateful for this month, for August 2021? And that is going to be stability. You have a stability, and you may not even realize it, but that gratitude for that stability, keep that in mind this month as you are going through, life's changes and relationship conflict and even inner turmoil, okay? You have stability. You can rely on that stability to keep you through, okay? All right, we're going to go on and head into the second reading. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hi, everyone who chose number 2, which is about your job or finances for August. We are going to be using the Celtic Dragon Tarot deck by DJ Conway. Again, the Forest Creatures Tarot will be just a single card from that will be in this, and we have 3 of our oracle cards to really round out the reading, okay? So let's get started. Okay, so we got a lot going on, and just like in the love reading, I do an underlying energy for each reading, okay? So the underlying energy of this reading for finances for August 2021 is the Chariot. Now, interestingly enough, the Chariot has a willpower about it, but these guys, they're really like drawing together. You can see the two different aspects coming together to form a singularity. Okay, so your underlying energy is the ability or the option to bring two energies or two projects together, two ideas together to form an entire idea, or even opposing forces, to bring them together for the good of a success that you want to, something that you might want to accomplish, or at least get started to accomplish for August. One thing I want to point out is you have a lot of double energies. So there's 2 2s and 2 4s. So these are important energies because they've doubled up on you, okay? It's neither good or bad, just a double up on it means that it's a little more intense than you would think. That's how we'll go with that, okay? But we're talking about finances here. So let's start with the 2 of Wands. And we all know Wands is our passion. We can really be passionate about an idea or about something that we want to accomplish. But there's also decisions that need to be made, all right? So focus your energy on accomplishing something. And that's where we're going to run into this 2 of Pentacles. Pentacles are, of course, the physical and also represent finances or money-related questions. So I think these two kind of play together. They're bringing 2 focuses together. So your focus first on energy and the Wands is about confidence and fire and passion, and then your Pentacles are the actual project. So you're gonna make a choice on the project that you want to complete or the goal that you want to accomplish, and then you're gonna have to follow through with that. You're gonna actually take that turn with that 2 energy and actually make a choice. But this 2 of Pentacles, you're also going to be juggling things. Look at this. This person is balancing, okay? And you've got these 2 dragons that are helping balance out what's going on in this card. And you even have somebody looking on, maybe a boss, or maybe even just yourself, like, how can I do this? Am I capable of doing this? That kind of energy is really like playing out in this card. But you can bring these energies together and you're going to find your way through it. You're going to find your way across that log, okay? So keep that willpower with you and that ambition to make a choice and get the project done, because that's the first step in any kind of success financially, okay? Is you have to take the step to make it happen. All right, up next is our 4 energies that we have going on. 4 of Wands, again, that passion is there, okay? Oftentimes, this is about peacefulness being in your grasp. I mean, there's no fighting going on. These 2 are hanging out down here. It's a peaceful moment in the scheme of things, the grand scheme of everything that's going on, okay? And it's also, a little bit of a celebration card. 4 of Wands is about celebrating those little tiny wins. So when you make these decisions and you follow through with that decision and you get that small win, that it's coming together, you actually were able to pull it together and you were to make something happen that you wanted to happen, even if it's not finished. Okay, even if it's not finished, you're in the progress, you're in the makings, you have completed something that you wanted, or you have started that completion to really pull it together and to bring that into your life. And finances are no different than anything else. You have to take those steps in order to make even the little tiny wins happen. But those little wins are so, so important. And because you have double 4 energy, okay? It's like 2 opposing energies. You have a happiness and a dwelling, okay? This is a happiness energy, and this is you're dwelling on a past thing or something that is not going right. So keep that in mind. You're bringing 2 energies again together via these 4 energies of happiness and a sense of dwelling, okay? And that sense of dwelling can make it really hard to make decisions, but you're going to have to make a decision here soon, actually, probably during this month is going to be my guess. Something may have already come into works on that 2 energy. Maybe you just decided on something, and then here by the end of the month, you're going to find that maybe something isn't going quite the way that you planned, even though some parts of it are and some parts of it aren't. Don't dwell on what isn't exactly working. Find a way to make a change, because that's what this 4 energy is about. Is there may be an issue, but you have a decision to make, and you can find a way around the issue if you look at the whole instead of a single part that's not working. Okay, how do you want it to work? Why do you want it to work that way? How are you going to make it happen? Because giving up at this point isn't going to bring you success in your finances. It's not going to help you succeed if you just give up on something. However, if you can look at it without being angry about it, or without being sad that this single part didn't turn out the way that you wanted, and see it in the more broader terms, in the bigger picture, you're going to find a way out. And that pulls us in to this next card right here. Okay, so here is our next tarot card, which happens to be the 6 of Swords. Now, the 6 of Swords is often about travel. So you might find that you have to travel for your job, and maybe that's a hard decision for you. That's something that you don't like, is traveling. And that's not an aspect of your job you were expecting. But that travel could be really important to you, right? The decision of traveling or not traveling can actually change the game. But that decision is not just with travel. I mean, it might pertain to travel, but it could also pertain to whatever this conflict is. This conflict right here that's causing so much strife in you about your project, okay? This card is going to be the change, the actual decision to change it and move forward, which is going to bring you a success if you want it to, if you make those changes. Giving up is not the correct answer. It will not bring you to the direction that you want to go. Okay, moving forward will, but how you move forward is going to be up to you. And those decisions as you move forward are going to be significant changes in your financial situations. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now we're going to walk into some oracle readings. Okay, let's go ahead and start off with the Sacred Forest Oracle. And it's the water spirit manifesting dreams. Look at that. Doesn't that go so perfectly with these goals that we're trying to accomplish, these things that we're starting, okay? This might be your dream job, or maybe it's not your dream job, but you're trying to turn it into a dream job or some semblance of a dream job, okay? You got to manifest that yourself, and you can't just think, oh, yeah, I need to do this. You actually got to get up off the couch and make it happen. That's how manifesting kind of works. It's an intent with an action. So let's go ahead and look at the book, because I'm not afraid to read Oracle out of the book. And we're going to go to number 46, and we're going to read what the actual artist has to say about this card, okay? So, let's see, 46, that's the run. Yeah, 46, there we go. 46, water spirit. All right, so water flows in cycles, and right now you are in a cycle of manifesting your dreams, which means this whole process this month is your cycle. It's the manifestation. It's you taking the actions to make it happen. Don't stop the flow by doubting and hesitation. So there's your 4 energy, right? This dwelling energy that's coming into play right here. Even your oracle card is telling you not to dwell on it, okay? Don't stick around in the doubts. Allow it to be free. Allow your emotions and stuff to be exposed. And timing is going to be everything, okay? So keep that in mind with your timing, because timing is going to be so, so important with this. All right, up next is going to be your inspiration card from the Paulina Cassidy Pixikins Tarot. It's Cosmo and Flute. Aren't they so cute together? And it's soar in the direction of your dreams, which we are going right into. Manifesting dreams, soar into your dreams. So these cards are really telling you to go for it. Whatever it is you're wanting to go for, you need to go for it. And then the last card is the Gratitude Oracle deck, and it's Intention. Oh, that is so beautiful. Look at all of that. Oh, wow. I really love this artist, by the way. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look, or not, yeah, Intention. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look in the book of what the artist had to say about intention in this. But, you can get a sense of it, right? Your intention is really important, because that intention is going to change your decisions. It's going to change the outcome. So your intention is going to be just as important as your timing, as your frame of mind, okay? So intention. Let's see. The process of achieving your desires begins with intention. Setting an intention is an expression of your needs. Whether you want to create more income, better relationships, to become more spiritually attuned, or be more loving, all of your dreams and desires begin with intention. So you make that intention and then you take the actions. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This was a fantastic reading. I do think that you are going to find success if you put your mind to it, and that is wonderful. Thank you guys so much for watching this one, and now we're going to move on to number 3, which is just the general August reading. All right, hi everyone who picked pile number 3, which is a general, what to expect from August reading. I'm using the Shadowscapes Tarot. Solely just the Shadowscapes for the tarot in this reading, because so many cards wanted to come out. And then again, we will have the oracle cards at the end. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on for August for you. Now, again, I did some underlying energy with each one of these readings, and I will continue that with this one. The underlying energy of this reading is going to be the Six of Swords. Now, I've already talked about the Six of Swords in another reading, but I think it's important to note that they don't always mean the same in each deck, at least exactly. And they also read differently per reading, depending on where they fall in the reading. And this is an underlying energy. So keep that in mind. Your underlying energy is Six of Swords. And for this, it's more like a passage, like, because she's flying over all of these things that are going on, right? She's still a travel card, right? But it's flying over something that's going on. And it's an idea that, it could be passage away from difficult thoughts, or because swords are often a thought-related card. But it's also a chance to recover. I mean, she is on this, she's resting on this based off all these things that have happened, and now she gets to rest. She gets to just have a brief moment of peace, okay? So I think that August is going to bring you that moment of peace, that moment of everything's going to be okay. I just need to let it go and let it do its thing, okay? Don't let things bring you down that happen this month, okay? Be sure that you don't do that, because that's your underlying energy. Just because something bad happens doesn't mean 20 million good things can't happen too, okay? So take the bad with the good and don't dwell in the negative, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and move in. We've got some really interesting things going on. You have 2 10s here, okay? And then you have the World, which is also like another 10 card, because it's the end of the Major Arcanas. It's the last card in the Major Arcanas. And 10s are the last card in a buildup of things that have happened. So this is a lot of really good energy in here, some super, super, super good energy. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with the 10 of Pentacles. And this is a card about security. Pentacles are usually physical, financial, stuff like that. So there's a security here in your reading, something that you can appreciate. And it's definitely something that you have, even financially. There's a sense of security, a sense of things are okay right now, okay? And they're going to be okay for this month as well. That all of your efforts are going to come into play this month. Efforts that you've had in the past, things that you've been working towards, especially in that financial energy. These projects that you've been trying out and things that have been going on at work are going to bring some form of success or abundance for you. And then we're going to move into the World card, which again is your satisfaction card. Things are going to go well this month, and all of these things that you've been working towards are going to come together, and you're going to find this sense of relaxation because of all of the things, right? All of these things down here, you're going to get a little bit of a reprieve this month, okay? And the World card is all about fulfillment, is getting that fulfillment. We're going to move right in, and we're going to move into the Three of Wands. Now, this Three of Wands is so cool. Isn't that interesting? So look at him. He's looking out of all of these different things going on, out of all of this expanse, something he's never traveled, something he's never gone to, things he hasn't done. This is the road back to all the things that he has, but this out here, this is all the stuff that's still yet to be, right? So even though things come to an end, fulfillment will come, and a sense of relaxation will come. Don't get lax. Don't let yourself get into a routine of, I don't need to do anything, or I don't need to accomplish anything. Find your next thing. Find your next project. Find your next idea. Find your next craft piece. Find the next thing that's going to be something that you can work towards, because life doesn't end just because you complete a goal, right? Then you move on to the next goal, and that's how life continues moving forward. So expand yourself. Find the next goal if you don't know. And if you do know, maybe look at other goals that you could actually add in, okay? So don't limit yourself. View everything. Look beyond what you would normally look at, okay? Don't look back, just look beyond. Look out towards the future. All right, so then we're going to move into the Nine of Wands energy. Again, like I said, you get in a lot of fulfillment energy in this reading, okay? And again, life doesn't stop. Be prepared. Be prepared for that next step. That's what this 9 is happening. You know, all of this stuff is coming to fruition, and the 9 of Wands is saying, that's great, that's wonderful, but be prepared for the next step still. Okay, don't lose that vigilance. Don't lose that focus. Don't lose that idea of continuing forward. Okay. And then your final card in the tarot for this tarot one is 10 of Cups, which is often the wish fulfillment card. It's like everything has come together. Everything has worked out just like it needed to be. It's all wonderful and it's everything you've worked towards. That's what the 10 of Cups is, okay? But it's also about family support. So keep in mind your family is going to play an important part in August, okay? Great reading. This has a lot of positive energy. August is going to have a lot of really fulfilling moments for you. It does not mean that the entire month is going to be amazing and wonderful. It just means that you are going to find these moments of fulfillment, of realization, of goals completed throughout the month, and be grateful for those because those are going to be an important part of you continuing forward in your life and keeping that momentum, okay? All right, so let's move into some oracle readings, okay? Let's start up with the Sacred Forest Oracle. And we have the Willow Spirit, which is flexibility. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh man, she's so pretty. And again, I'll read from the book because I don't mind reading from the book. I want to know what the author or what the artist had to say about this. All right, so number 48 is what we're looking at. And here we go. Be flexible in your life. Be willing to bend rather than break. Be amenable to change and you will flourish in wondrous ways. So again, a flourishment card, a card of abundance. It's reminding you to not be so strict and to allow yourself to be open to the abundance coming, to this prosperity you've been working towards, okay? Keep that in mind. Up next is your inspiration card from the Pixikins Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. Never dim your light for the sake of making others comfortable, because you are not going to find your success in making someone else comfortable. You need to find it for you. This is such an amazing inspiration card for this reading. What a wonderful, wonderful add to this. All right, let's work on gratitude. That's up next. Gratitude. It's our gratitude oracle card, and it is called Presence. She's beautiful. Isn't she beautiful? All right, let's see what Presence has to say. All right, life is about this moment, this present. So stay in the present, stay in this moment for August. Oh, wow, how perfect, right? Align yourself, your higher self, align with the divine consciousness and choose to be in the present, in the current moment. Awesome. Relinquish yourself to the presence of powerful. Yes, that is so cool. Being present will help you recognize your true identity and release unnecessary anguish. You can remove the energy from your past influence and the longing for future situations by remaining present. Oh, that's so beautiful for this August reading and all the fulfillment and all the abundance coming in. Make sure you're noticing it. Take note and be grateful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments if this has resonated with you. Have a very great day.